We've seen many different situations over the years where fans will rush the stage and interrupt the performance, but nothing quite like this recent Morrissey show where things got so out of hand that numerous fans started rushing the stage and the show had to abruptly come to an end. Now, in recent months, there's also been a lot of speculation amid these waves of reunions from bands that the Smiths could also be making a highly anticipated comeback, but unfortunately, those plans also unraveled, and it culminated in Morrissey publicly firing his own management. Here's everything that went down. In recent months, fans had high hopes that the Smiths could finally be making a comeback. In fact, there was even reportedly a tour put together by AEG Entertainment for that to finally happen. But according to Morrissey, it all fell apart due to the band's guitarist, Johnny Marr, ignoring the offer. There were also claims that a compilation album for the Smiths was also shelved by Marr. Morrissey would also claim that Marr had acquired the trademark for the Smiths and that he intended to move forward without him on vocals. But Marr is denying each of those claims. He issued a response saying, "The tour wasn't ignored, but I said no. The album was declined, given the number already in existence." Marr would later respond, denying all of Morrissey's allegations. He didn't ignore the tour. He says he simply said no. The compilation album was simply declined, given that they already had a number of them in existence. And Marr says he only trademarked the Smiths after trying to do so with Morrissey's joint ownership. But as of yet, he says he hasn't gotten a signature. His statement at the time read, "Recent statements made by Morrissey on his website regarding the trademark of the Smiths name are incorrect. Here are the facts. In 2018, following an attempt by a third party to use the Smiths name, and upon discovery that the trademark was not owned by the band, Marr reached out to Morrissey via his representatives to work together in protecting the Smiths name. A failure to respond led Marr to register the trademark himself. It was subsequently agreed with Morrissey's lawyers that his trademark was held for the mutual benefit of Morrissey and Marr. As a gesture of goodwill, in January 2024, Marr signed an assignment of joint ownership to Morrissey. Execution of this document still requires Morrissey to sign." He added later, "As for the offer to tour, I didn't ignore the offer. I said no. Additionally, speculation about Johnny Marr touring with a different singer as the Smiths is not true. There are no such plans." And in the midst of this dispute, Morrissey actually took to his website where he publicly fired his management. Here's what he said. "Morrissey has severed all connections with Red Light Management, Pete Golly Management." And so now you have this recent show in Dallas where Morrissey was playing a solo performance. Fans started jumping up on stage, and after one did it, someone else followed. And from there, things just fell apart, resulting in the show having to come to an abrupt end. Here's what happened. So you can see here, Morrissey is just performing up on stage, having a good time. The crowd seems to be into it. And you're going to see a fan race out on stage. And as harmless as it is, they're just trying to give him a hug. But from there, things fell apart. The security guard there stepping in, and she's allowed initially to come up on stage. I think people see this in the crowd and go, well, it's my turn now. And the show from there just evolves into a live meet and greet for Morrissey. But now everybody else wants a turn. This woman is jumping up, security racing in, Morrissey being very generous with the fans. And from there, it just goes insane. Here's another person, and Morrissey's like, okay, what's going on? This guy's racing in there. They're tackling people up on stage. This is, you let one up and now everybody wants to be up there. Look at this scene right here, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's jumping up on stage, and you can hear the music at this point is stopping. It looks like somebody might have hurt their ankle there, and the situation just became unsafe to the extent that now the stage has been cleared and the show abruptly came to an end. Morrissey there with a Paul McCartney Beatles-esque fan situation here, just crazy. And the show had to abruptly come to a halt there, unfortunately. Just from looking at that, it appeared that they let someone up on stage, allowed them to give them a hug, and everyone else in the crowd is just like, hey, now, if they can do it, so can I. It seems like they felt they weren't getting in trouble, so they went for it. And yeah, crazy situation. It got pretty wild there for a moment. People were sprinting in. One of the security guards is form tackling people, and he's not doing anything wrong there either. It was a it could have been a security risk. We've seen people get hurt by musicians rushing up on stage. There was that video of Dave Chappelle having that happen. And so anyhow, crazy situation there from Morrissey. We'll keep you posted if anything happens with the Smiths, although unfortunately it doesn't seem very likely. So that's your latest update here from Rockfeed. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for the latest news and updates.